Hello, everybody. This is Teo. Today we're having another episode of Talos Principle 2. So last time we were reading this palm reader. Let's see what's on it. Chernkevsky 011. From Arkady Chernkevsky's In Our Likeness, Essays on Humankind Reaching Adulthood. With alarming frequency, our mythological narratives conceptualize our separation from nature as a fall, a punishment for sinning, a loss of innocence, a decline from a golden age. We believe that a better state of humanity is possible, but insist that this state must be in the past. And yet our historical experience has been the exact opposite. For all the horrors of modern war, and they are considerable, relatively few people today have to suffer the unspeakable agonies that our ancestors went through on a daily basis. It is doubly ironic that we place our golden ages in the past, but very rarely ever consider what life was actually like for the people whose genes we carry. How cold they were, how hungry, how frightened of the cruelty of the nature. What unspeakable pains they must have experienced when they were sick or injured, how many of their children they had to lose, unable to help, begging the heavens for mercy and never receiving an answer. The past is a slowly receding tidal wave of grief. 5358. The battle for human emancipation is not yet won, and the path has been far from straightforward. And yet in a few thousand years, we have eliminated a great deal of suffering that before must have seemed unavoidable and eternal. Some still suffer, their lives held ransom by politics and economics. But at least now we know that a better world is truly possible, and it lies in the future. That's a good way of looking at it. Our golden ages are in the future, not in the past. Founding 4. Hypatia's Journals 4. Volume 1, The Founding of New Jerusalem. We had a bit of an incident today. Nothing major, but it still woke us all up. The sun was away from the camp, alone. Even though we had agreed that we should always go in teams, she encountered a group of the herbivores that we saw on the first day. Cows, they're called. Apparently our ancestors kept them as livestock. Oops. Cows, they're called. Apparently our ancestors kept them as livestock. Eustathius says they squeezed them for liquid, but I find that hard to believe. But I digress. Sun encountered a herd, and just as predicted, the animals were passive at first. Friendly, even. Sun decided to abandon her survey to study them for a while, which went well, until a group of wolves, formerly dogs, a type of pet, entered the clearing, causing a stampede. Some hexadecimals. Sun is alright. Only minor scratches to the bodywork and a few torn wires. But it was a loose call. It was a close call. I guess we've gotten a little complacent. A little too comfortable. We'll have to be more careful from now on. Trevor. Let's listen to Trevor.
Now, I have to talk science fiction for a bit because I love science fiction, but it drives me nuts. There's this cliche that shows up over and over, and every time someone uses it, everyone pretends it's really profound. It goes something like this. A scientist invents something good, but, oh no, it's actually really bad. You could have something that makes your life better, but no, you can't. How dare you even want it? That's hubris. That's playing God. And it's never anything that reflects the real world, right? It's never, oh no, you invented a vaccine for cervical cancer. Oh no, you invented a new class of antibiotics. Oh no, you cured malaria. How dare you? Those diseased mosquitoes are way more important than human lives. How did science fiction become so reactionary? You know, if we all thought this way, you guys wouldn't even exist. At least Alex agrees with me. She has good taste.
That's interesting. I sometimes agree with the part about playing God, but I also agree that progress doesn't always have to come at a cost. Oh, I found something. I'm glad I went this way. I wonder if it's about to start. Looks like there's a pan, right? Okay. Let's see where you're gonna take us. What? There's a pig? Is this like an Easter egg? I'll take a screenshot. Okay. I don't know what that is, but Let's just jump. Where the hell am I going? Did I see anything else there? Whoa. What's going on? What happened? Did I do something wrong while I was there? Okay, maybe I have to solve this first. I'll try again after. Okay, let's do number 8, and I'm really curious what that was about, actually. Drilling party. Okay. Now, this looks fucking complicated, dude. What the hell? Okay, so is there a way to go in? Oh, I have to transfer my consciousness probably. Why do I keep doing this? There we go, that's that. Hello, friend. There we go. So guys, my eyes aren't that good, fellas. Maybe something like there? Now there's 2 robots I can control. That one, which I can't reach, and that one, which I can't reach. Let me through! Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. Okay. I dig this. Did I tell you? So now I'm free in this little area. What's my purpose? To open this one? Okay, so now I don't ever need to go back in there. So let me just look down from here. Where's the thing I need to go? There. Okay, so since I can't go from here, I need to go all the way through. Right? Okay, wait. Is this so? Do I just need to get something on top of that? Okay. Is there a way to open this without? I don't see it. Okay. Okay, so we need to get a red laser here. Okay, so I'm gonna do something like this. Take the red, connect it to this, right? This should open the door. Now I take this, take that, connect it to that. And something like this. But actually, first like this. And then I can take this, right? And then this. And I can use this to do something like this. Dot, and put it here. Where's the driller? I can go up. Okay, so now I'm here. Okay, so I need one more component. I think I get it. So now I need to connect it to this and this. Okay, I'm in like my focus zone here, so does that work? Yep, it does. I'm sure I'm not doing this the right way. I'm gonna be stuck anyway at the end, right? Do I have to use this wall somehow? There's no way to keep this open from the outside. Right? Because so maybe something like this. Okay, I did it. I'm sure there was an easier way, but I did it. Okay, so we're through now. Completed the puzzles. We don't have the stars though, so let's get out. Let's get out of here, pal. Ooh, what's that? Okay. What is that? Is that the tower? Let's listen to Athena and Miranda.
I wonder what it was like when the ancients were still here. Their world seemed so lively.
Not always in a good way. Interesting times are great to read about, but rarely great to experience.
That's true. But they left behind so much art and philosophy and religion, and so many strange stories. Is New Jerusalem like that?
It was, in the beginning.
I guess Athena is disappointed with the way New Jerusalem has become. It's not that good.
What can I do for you, 1K?
Hey pal, did you know the founder?
I sure did. Not as well as Byron, but she was still around when I was born. I remember she came and talked to me after New Alexandria, told me how sorry she was. I never blamed her for that. It wasn't her responsibility.
Okay. What was New Jerusalem like when you were born?
A lot busier than it is now. My most defining memory is that it was extremely noisy, because something was always being built. Got annoying after a while.
I could, yeah. The place where I lived was similar to that for a while, so I understand. What do you think about the body replication tech?
It seems like something that could very quickly get out of control. You know that saying about good intentions? If we can solve problems by just making more people, how long before people just become a problem-solving tool?
You do need more people, though. Set the goal at like 10,000, not 1,000, or like 20,000. Tell me about New Alexandria.
For some reason, we'd convinced ourselves that New Jerusalem wasn't enough, that we needed another city. We thought it would be easier the second time around. All it takes is a little bit of arrogance and a little bit of ignorance, and people die.
What do you think about Miranda's idea that it is our duty to spread life? Yeah, that's...
Our ancestors thought they could introduce new species to existing ecosystems, and it never turned out well.
I don't think that applies to places where there's no life, like other planets. Okay, this makes sense, yeah.
There's no life there now, but you can't see the future. You might be wiping out a whole ecosystem that hasn't even gotten started yet.
Okay, that's kind of... I disagree. I don't agree with that. So let's... Is this how we enter the tower? So this is kind of restrained. This is interesting. Okay, so that's not it either. I wonder if this makes it harder or easier. So I'm guessing something like this? Nope. Something like this? No. This? No. Definitely not. Okay, this could work. Nope. 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 Okay, so it's not this one either. Okay, we did it. Let's hear what... Can I not climb it? Oh, okay. I have to press space. I didn't know that one. Who's gonna talk to me now? Oh. The Sphinx.
For tricking the gods to help humankind, Prometheus was punished by being bound to a rock, there to be eternally tormented. The chains that held him were forged by Hephaestus, blacksmith to the gods. Was Hephaestus right to allow his art to be used in this fashion?
How about you just cut out the cryptic nonsense? I don't think that's how you talk to a Sphinx. If Hephaestus thought the punishment unjust, he should have refused. I agree.
And why was it for lowly, lame Hephaestus to make this choice, and not mighty Zeus?
The lame and lowly are no less wise than the mighty.
That remains to be seen. As you continue your journey to the flame, remember Hephaestus and the burdens of the blacksmith.
Okay, I will. getting another laser. Red, green, or blue? Green?
The pattern is holding. Solve the puzzles, enter the tower, speak to an entity, turn on the beam. It's like she's appealing to our past, reminding us of where we came from, but changing enough elements to make us view our history through a different lens. Or maybe I'm completely missing the point. I don't know.
You might have something there.
I read about this in a book. It's called defamiliarization.
Yakut? I think I'm actually impressed.
Defamiliarization. I've heard of that one too. Is this number 1 puzzle? Yeah, it is. Okay, so let's go back down. Where am I going? Sorry, where's this? Elevator. Oh, okay, so this is the way down here. I'm just gonna, while I'm here, I'm just gonna check that we don't have the stars and everything. Yeah, I know we don't, but yeah, we need to solve the 2 lost. Well, what is that? That's the next one? No, this is the next one. We need to solve the 2 lost puzzles and find the lab and the stars. Okay, so let's do that, shall we? Yeah, let's do it. Oh, there's the number 1. Oh. This was the way to the puzzle, right? What is this? Did I come up here? No. I just took a different route, I guess. I guess there are multiple ways to get here. Oh yeah, you can climb up the sides and whatever. Okay. Let's go find the lost puzzles. One's this way, so... Oh, they both seem to be that way, maybe? Yeah. Okay. I got a light. That's one of the stars. Give a green light to that one. I don't know how, though. Oh, it could. Hello. Let's go see the question marks, shall we? Is this the lab? Yeah, this is the lab. I remember seeing this last episode. Okay, so let's visit the lab. I wonder if they're going to introduce another mechanic again. What is that noise? This is about the particles, right? Let's read this. Hi everybody, sorry I have to take a pause. So we are reading some documents from the secret lab. Let's see. From Quentin to Athena, dear founder. I never got to know you. People tell all these stories about you, and I don't know what to believe. Some people say to ask Cornelius. Others say Cornelius is too blinded by grief. Some say Byron stands for the truth. Others say he's a fanatic and a radical, and we should listen to the mayor. There doesn't seem to be a way of getting a straight answer. Some code here. Why did you abandon us to this chaos? Why can't you just come back and sort it out? If you're reading these messages, don't you care? I don't know if she cared. I think she did. She wanted to build this place for reasons unknown to us right now. Or damn. Archived the message. To Athena. Dear founder, thank you for everything you did for us. I am grateful for the life that I have, which would not exist without you. I hope wherever you are now, you are at peace. Or damn. 727. The Noema Project 5. Oh, we have some further trials here. New labs established to avoid interference. First successful duplication of advanced machinery. Trials, data collection analysis, translation, groping in the dark. What does that mean? Jesus. Trial 1309. Some code, but QFT fails to count for this 474. I guess that's an error code, maybe? Must rerun trials 1212 to 1294. Maybe God was just trying to make an apple pie from scratch. Could be. And we have Lux V5. I'm not sure what that is.
This looks like it has something to do with energy generation. Am I reading this right?
Okay, we have some more, I guess. From Belzerzan to Athena, O great and sacred founder, I believe I have discovered the truth that our so-called leaders have hidden from us. This absurd and sacrilegious goal they have us running towards, this hubristic completion day foolishness, was never your true intent. Even this abomination of a city that calls itself New Jerusalem is a deception. Why would you want us to return to the sinful ways of our ancestors, strangling the living soil with steel and concrete? No, it was when you and the first companions lived humbly amongst the splendors of Gaia, having no need for all this wasteful ostentation inherited from our weak and decadent ancestors, that you showed us the true path. After all, why would the progenitor have given us such hardy bodies if she had intended us for us to live? If she had intended for us to live in unearned luxury? From the very first, we were built to be free from pride and material access. Her teachings have been obscured and perverted by ideologues. Her teachings have been obscured and perverted by ideologues, word of all by the traitor Byron. Who the hell is Belzerzan, who once was like a son to you? But you should know that there are still those of us who remembered the truth and awaited the blessed day of your return, when surely justice will be meted out and humanity will finally return to its intended path. Hallowed be your name, Belzerzan, 943. The shutdown. What is this? The site? Is that the pyramid? I can't tell. The shutdown. Ulefemi Canada. We assembled on the vast green lawn outside as the reactors began to slowly wind down. The workers were solemn, the activists who had fought against the decommissioning seemed crushed. There was supposed to be a speech, but the spokeswoman had lost her notes. Outside, the protesters cheered. My eyes were drawn to the discarded anti-shutdown banners, endlessly reciting the facts. The statistics on mortality per trillion kilowatts. Lowest of all energy sources. The lifespan of a reactor, 70 more years in our case. Minimum land footprint. Almost zero emissions, no intermittency. It became a jumble of words, a litany, almost a kind of glossolalia. I don't know how to pronounce that word. As far as the protesters were concerned, it might as well be an alien tongue. One thing was clear to them, and that was enough. The technology inside this compound was deeply and inherently wrong. It was a sin. I could not help but think of that moment, on August 6, 1945, when the sky erupted above Shima Hospital. I'm not familiar with this. My imagination could never truly encompass it. Maybe this is the nuclear explosion at Fukushima, what am I saying? At Nagasaki or Hiroshima, I guess. And they're talking about the nuclear reactor up here. My imagination could never fully encompass it. How do you imagine more than 70,000 people annihilated in an instant? An ancestor of mine was in that hospital. He went from being a doctor, a husband, a father, a pacifist stuck in a terrible war, to being a pile of bleached bones covered in rubble, all in a single second. Not by accident, but because of a choice someone made. Not because of a reactor, but because of a bomb. Just 2 days earlier, contradicting his campaign promises, the Prime Minister had suggested that the use of tactical nuclear weapons would be an acceptable risk if the conflict continued. Very few seemed to find this particularly shocking or outrageous. They were afraid of reactors, but not of bombs. The spokeswoman gave up on finding her notes. It was starting to rain and people were walking away. She grabbed a microphone. "By the time you regret this, it will be too late," she said. "But honestly, I don't know if I care anymore. Maybe you have it coming." Miranda says the spokeswoman sounds so bitter and the protesters don't mean any harm. From their perspective, they were doing good. Athena says people always think they're doing good when they get collectively outraged. That doesn't make them right. Very well said by Athena. Failed to load profile. Collective action can change the world when it's deliberate and based in reason, but it can also become a mental trap or a societal pressure valve. Definitely agree there. The thought, terminating cliche, from error to Miranda. As you continue your reading, there's a useful concept that I would like you to keep in mind. The thought, terminating cliche. This is a type of phrase, often a slogan or a saying, which sounds meaningful, but it's really intended to make you stop thinking. To pick an example from our history, someone in the simulation might say things like it's the will of Elohim, or it serves the process, and that would be that. Case closed. Who knows how many iterations never advanced further because they just stopped thinking at that point. Do note, however, that a thought-terminating cliché is not the same as a lie. It may very well contain elements of truth, but those elements are used to keep you from questioning a whole set of assumptions that come with it, which may be partially or totally false. This often takes the form of appealing to someone you care about. We must protect XYZ, where X is a nation, a philosophy, the public order, or even the planet itself. But while you may agree with that element, all kinds of assumptions may be included about how to protect something, or who to protect it from, or what the end goal of protecting it is. If you stop there, just because you agree with the surface level statement, the results may be the opposite of everything you want. I definitely agree here as well. Like those who choose to serve Elohim and in so doing prevented him from achieving his true purpose. That's a good example. Okay. So we've managed to read everything here. We should be finished with the secret lab. I need to turn off that Steam friend game notification thing. Anyway, we're out of here now. Whoa, is that on purpose? Damn, that's a nice effect going out. Okay, so we have our 2 secret labs up here, probably. I'm just gonna climb this, see what's up. Oh, this is over here. So I need to get a laser to that, right? I'm not sure actually. I'll just go to it now. Okay, we found some Easter eggs finally. Oh my god, who built this? Was it the robots? I'm just kidding, I guess that's for us to see. Okay, so let's climb up here. Okay, so hopefully when I come back, we're gonna find what this symbol means. And in the meanwhile, I'm gonna think about it. So, yeah, maybe that's a thing. That's a thing. I don't know. There's a T there. We'll find something. See you guys later. Bye.